Hi folks, welcome back. Today I wanted to cover my video production stack from YouTube. I just published this on my blog and I wanted to make a video to go along with it to explain what my stack looks like. I'm hoping this is helpful to other folks. I'm open sourcing all the code that I use for this. But what does this let me do? This basically lets me completely automatically process, edit, and then publish my videos on YouTube. Like I say over here, there's two huge barriers to publishing videos. One is getting over cringe, and the other one is video editing, and I'm hoping this will help with the second one at least. Now, this setup is very specific to these kinds of videos. These are talking head videos where I'm sharing something on the screen and explaining what's on the screen. But that is actually a pretty huge genre on YouTube all by itself. That's why I'm hoping this setup might be helpful to other folks as well. So let's walk through all the components in this pipeline. I'll leave a link to this blog post in the description, and from the blog post you can get links to all these GitHub repos. Alright, so the very first thing, and this is the most important and the most time-saving part of the pipeline, is automatic editing. I call it color edit. And I've also made a video explaining how this works. So you can see that video, and it has a demo of how this color edit phase works. But basically, while I'm recording, I indicate in the recording itself my good takes and bad takes. And this color edit script goes and takes out all the bad takes and keeps only the good takes. And it also cuts out all the silent parts, all the dead air of the video. So this makes it so that after I record my video, I record my videos in OBS, by the way, I don't have to ever bring it into a video editor to splice and edit or do any of that stuff by hand. So this thing has saved me probably hundreds of hours over the years that I've been using it. So that's the automatic editing part. The rest is more metadata and logistics. I have another little tool that looks at the transcript of the video and suggests time-stamped chapter markers and titles for the video. That goes in the description of the video and lets you see chapters in YouTube. And then I have a little script that uses the YouTube API to upload the video itself and all this metadata, the transcript, the title, the thumbnail, up to my YouTube channel. It leaves the video as private so that I can go take a look before actually making the video public. There is some setup required for this because you have to enable the YouTube API in Google's Cloud Console, and you have to get a bunch of credentials and API keys in order to allow the script to upload to your YouTube channel. And then finally, I have kind of a meta orchestrator that invokes all of these things in sequence. And this actually is the top level script that I invoke. I give it my raw video, which is the video that OBS saved as a recording. And this video upload workflow will in turn carry out all these steps, the color editing, transcription, making chapters, and then finally uploading it to YouTube. There is still one manual part, which is getting a thumbnail, but I'm trying to automate that as well because my thumbnails are usually just a still frame from my video. Actually, Claude Code does a decent job of picking out a still from my video. And this orchestrator script does a bunch of caching. So if it has already edited the video or already transcribed the video and then something fails and you run it again, it won't redo those expensive steps. And yeah, that's my workflow, which I pretty much just pointed to the raw recording that OBS creates, and it handles everything else from there on out. quick note on audio, you've got to pay a lot of attention to audio. It took me a very long time to dial in the audio on my videos. If you see some of my very early videos, the audio on that is absolutely horrendous. But what all the YouTubers say is absolutely true. Good audio is much more important than good video quality. But any decent modern microphone, it doesn't even have to be expensive. Something in the $40-50 range will get you very good audio. So it's hard to do this wrong if you just get a decent mic from Amazon. Yeah, so that's my video production stack. I've been using a lot of it for a pretty long time. Color Edit is the oldest one, and then a lot of the other parts are more recent, but it really does save me a lot of time. It's very hands-off, very automated. So check it out, and maybe it'll help you create and publish more videos. Thanks.